Hello, my country people. Welcome back to the news. The former vice president and the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Atiku Abubakar, in the 2023 general elections, has written to the National Assembly requesting an amendment to the Constitution to allow a single 6-year term for the president and state governors. In a memorandum to the Senate Committee on Constitutional Review, Atiku also proposed that presidency should be rotated between the North and the South. It is noteworthy that during Chief Olusegun Obasanjo presidency, he advocated for a 6-year single term for the presidential seats. Following the 2023 general elections, Atiku Abubakar continued to support this tenure proposal. He stated that the office of the president shall rotate among the 6 geopolitical zones of the federation on a single term of 6 years, flowing between the north and the south on a single term of 6 years respectively. He also urged the National Assembly to amend Section 135 to read subject to the provisions of subsection, and the president shall vacate his office at the expiration of a period of 6 years. The former vice president also suggested that the minimum educational qualification for a person to run for an election should be the ordinary national diploma instead of the senior secondary school certificate examination, where he proposed an amendment to the section 65(2)(a) of the Nigerian Constitution. Guys, this is interesting. So, Atiku Abubakar also advocated for political parties to have more power in the candidate selection process. He proposed an amendment to section 65(2)(b) of the Nigerian Constitution. Guys, this is just coming from Atiku Abubakar. Amid Nigerians, when Nigerians are reflecting on the 64th independence anniversary celebration. You see, Nigerians have been reflecting on this day. Today we mark 64 years of nationhood, because at this point, in October 1st, 1960, Nigeria started this journey, and we are here at 64. So Atiku has made an appeal, to the National Assembly that they should consider this request, that a president should stay up to 6 years for a single term, instead of the usual 4 years/4 years term, which is the first half and the second half. Atiku has proposed that this should be done in order for a rotation of a presidency, that it should be rotated. The presidency should be rotated among the 6 geopolitical zones we have in the country. This is coming from the same Atiku Abubakar, who in 2023, refused the party's constitution of zoning the presidential slot, the presidential ticket, to a southern candidate, whom Wike have been eyeing that position. Yes, Atiku Abubakar, he knew of the constitution, of the party's constitution. He was quite aware. But he connived with some persons in the party, and they gave him the ticket. He won the primary elections. Instead of him to sit back and allow for a certain candidate, now he's saying 6 years or no 6 years. You see, these politicians, they are always out for themselves. They are not. Atiku never made mention to the interest of Nigerians. No, to the interest of Nigerians, he never made mention of that. At this point, I think, we have a whole lot of things to do in this country rather than focusing on all these, these talks. Because at this point, we know that even the party shouldn't have hold on a candidate. It is the people. It is the people. But now the party will bring a candidate and they will give the person ticket when the people are not in support of that person. So you see what they are saying? This is just it. Imagine making someone a president for 6 years, a single term of 6 years. How do Nigerians, how are we going to manage? How are we going to manage? This is a huge demand coming from Atiku Abubakar. Imagine Nigerians waiting for 6 years to see if a president can perform or not. You can imagine. Because at some point, once they come into power, they will say, oh, this is just his first year. Oh, this is just his second year. Oh, the third year, fourth year, fifth year. And then the sixth year, they will say the next person will continue from where I stopped. This demand is not realistic at all. This is not what Nigerians need. It is not what this country needs. It is not what this country needs. The Senate, they are having arguments concerning either bringing back a regional system of government, a regional system of government. But some persons are quite divided over this topic. Some are saying no, we should continue practicing federalism. Others are saying no, it should be a regional system of government so that each regions can harness their resources, can develop their region with their resources, everybody to his region. That is just it. But Atiku is saying otherwise. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? I feel this proposal from Atiku Abubakar is not in the interest of Nigerians and will never be in the interest of Nigerians. It's just like we're moving from frying pan to fire. And Nigerians wouldn't want to put ourselves, we wouldn't want to put ourselves in that situation, from a frying pan to fire situation, which we are already. Nigerians are currently in a situation of a frying pan to fire. Because look at us. I mean, the good old days of the PDP, although it wasn't rosy, it wasn't easy, but we were surviving. At least people could afford to buy a bag of rice. But now, things are difficult for the masses because of bad leadership. No. Proposing a 6-year term will not help this country. We need to change our leadership. We need good governance. That is what we are demanding. There should be a change of leadership. Our leaders should reflect on themselves. Because if we have this 6 years tenure, single tenure, it's still the same thing. When we still have bad leaders, it will even be worse. Yes, it will be worse. Because they know that they are unshakable. After all, at the end of the day, after 6 years, they will leave office and then another person will take over. So my country people, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.